morning, everyone. Today, my lesson will be about something you can describe while you are doing an experiment. So, measurements and the procedure, it could be described with scientific words. My first description is mistake. What's the meaning of a mistake? If you did a mistake while you are doing an experiment, it means that you did something that can be avoided. What's the meaning of that? Assume you are taking or you are weighing mass on a balance and you forgot to tear the balance. The meaning of tearing balance is to set it at 0. So if you forgot to do tearing the balance, you have done a mistake. Also, if you forgot to rinse the glassware, this is a mistake. But if you were a skilled one and a well operator, you can avoid that mistake. Also, other example, wrong readings. Wrong readings, if you read 73, the reading was 73, and instead of reading it like this, you read it like 37, and you record it as 37. This is a mistake. Mistake number 3, wrong techniques. You have, for example, while you are doing titration, one of the techniques that you should be concerned about is to add, for example, 3 drops of the indicator, and you have added 10 drops. This is a mistake. Or also wrong using for tools. For example, you have to use for that step. Let's say you are going to measure a volume and you need to measure an accurate volume. You measure it using a beaker. This is mistake. Okay, I'm sorry. These are examples for mistakes. Let's see the other description, error. What's the meaning of error and what's the difference between error and mistake? Error, it's something that even a well-educated and a good skilled operator, he can't avoid it. Okay, so it's something, it's difficult to be avoided, and also it will lead to a difference between the experimental value and the correct value. So I will see a gap or difference between the two values. Okay, what are the types of errors? For mistakes, we don't have any types. For errors, we have 2 types of errors: random error and systematic error. Random error, that error, it's caused by unpredictable change in the conditions. It means if we are doing an experiment and we start at the morning and we complete the experiment at the evening, we have changing in temperature and pressure. Those changes or conditions, when they change, they will cause slightly random error. Okay, so in order to avoid or to reduce the effect of random errors, I can do repetition for the experiment for several times. Okay, systematic error, that error comes from the apparatus. We are using several apparatus in each experiment, from burette to flask to funnel. Some factories, they manufacture this tool with inaccuracy or with something wrong. For example, let's say a calibration of the scale on the burette was wrong. So it will give me too low or too high values. يعني كل الvalues, each value will be shifted from the correct value. And these type of errors, we cannot avoid or reduce the effect of them by repetition. Okay, only we in order to solve that problem or that error, we have to use other tools. Okay, let's see other values description. Measurement description. We can describe measurements and the values you have obtained from your experiment by two words. Are they accurate? Are they precise? When we say accurate values, those values they are close to the true value. Yani, we have a true value and that value each time, if your value was close to the true value, it means your value is an accurate value. The other description is precision. Precision, it describes how much values are close to each other. So if the values are close and they are near to each other, we say they are precise values. Let's represent that on those two descriptions by that drawing. In the first drawing, I can see the values, they are away from each other and at the same time, they are away from the center or the true value. It means those values, they are inaccurate and unprecise. In drawing number 2, we can see the values, they are close to each other, but they are away from the true value. In drawing number 3, we can see that the values, they are close to each other. It means they are precise and in the same time they are close to the true value. It means they are accurate values. Okay, guys? And I have to mention a note here in the bullet. You have to take value up to 2 decimals for each reading in order to have an accurate values. Checkpoint is homework for that lesson. Thank you.